Hello, hello, you guys. How are you? How is everybody doing with the crazy 50% off sale? Have you showered?
Yellow energy. Too much.
I love that those promotions worked for counted for customers for Christmas cash and for fast starts, cabs, all of that. And I just need to brag on who I think has the most Christmas cash right now in our whole company. Marwa signed up 48 customers and 23 distributors. And from what and you'll have to, if she's on this Zoom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was during the promo, because I know she was working super hard and she kept filling me on how things are going during the 50% off sale. So that is amazing. And if you want to hear a bit more about Marwa's story, then go to my Facebook page, because yesterday I went live with her and with Cheyenne, and we talked about Christmas cash, how to earn it, how people are doing it, that it's serious money that can be made. Like it's serious. I mean, we all know that it's tangible, it's out there, but I think a lot of times our clients don't really understand that it's something that they can do too. I know for me, I often get things like, "Oh, Denise, you've been doing this for 10 years. Good for you, but I couldn't do it." And so the point of the Zoom yesterday was really to break it down, how everybody can earn Christmas cash. And honestly, new distributors that start today can earn $800 in Christmas cash between now and Christmas. And they do that by signing up 5 customers and 3 distributors. And those distributors need to get 4 customers each. And that's $800 in their pocket. 5 customers, 3 distributors, help them get started, guys. That is so doable. So when you're working with your new distributors, when you're marketing to leads, get them, tell them the clear plan. So that way they know exactly what they need to do to earn Christmas cash too. So today I'm really excited because we've got a really fun topic. We talked about Instagram last week. Thank you to Nikki Moore and her Rockstar team for bringing the boom on Instagram. As you know, I was not on that Zoom because I do not know cool things about Instagram. So I listened, I learned, I took notes, and today we're going to be talking about Facebook. So a couple things I want to mention before I bring on our guests who are going to share their Facebook hacks with us is that basically, you guys, there's lots of ways to get in front of new people. Honestly, that's like the question I get all the time. How do I meet new people? You meet them through social media, Facebook, Instagram. You meet them through face-to-face, networking. You meet them through getting to know people and asking questions and all that good stuff. So it's face-to-face, social media. And even if you meet them face-to-face, a lot of times you still build the rapport, build the relationship by following up with them through social media. So we can't ignore the power of social media. But it changes. It honestly does. When I first started, we didn't have Facebook. 10 years later, we've had Facebook, we've had Google, we've had Instagram, we've had Snapchat, we've had Facebook fan pages rocket out and then change, and the algorithms change all the time. So we are just going to give you some Facebook hacks that we have learned recently as of this time frame over the past 3 to 6 months of what is working to get in front of people. Because as you know, sometimes you post, you guys, and nobody sees it. And sometimes you post and you get tons of interaction. And what we know is that the more interaction on a post, the more their friends will start to see it. And the more that other people, and even on your friends list, will see it. So I'm going to start with just my favorite tip, and then we're going to go to Barbara Bozer, and she's going to share her screen. Hopefully we can figure that out. And she's going to share her tip too. And then we have Nikki and Alicia who are going to share what they've been up to recently as well. So my first Facebook hack is that Facebook wants you to use their features. Now, this is not a new hack. I'm not the one that made it up. But when Facebook comes out with the new features like GIFs or Sears Day Story, going live, they want you to use them. And so they put them in priority in terms of what people see. So you'll see people do things like respond in a GIF below. Something like that is why they're doing that, is because Facebook wants people to use the new features that are that they're posting on there. I always say feeling as you can post, your check-in, tagging people, like use the features that Facebook uses and they will like you better. Another thing that you can do, which is really kind of cool, is to use them in conjunction with each other. So for example, if you go to, I learned this from someone that I have been following. It's cool because I feel like I can follow. I follow a lot of other people, and I can translate what they're doing into our business. So I'm going to see if I can grab it really quick. But on Messenger, you have your day, and you do have your Facebook story too, and we can talk about the difference of that in a minute. But either way, okay, so you add to your day, right? Right at the top, if you can see it. No, that's a message. Okay, right there, your day. You see the day at the top? So the day shows your post, your picture, etc. for like 15 seconds, and you can add several in a row. So you don't have to do one a day. You can do several in a day. And what was recommended to me was to do several at one time. For example, my morning routine. Take your supplements, take your greens, do your keto, like whatever you do, right? And then post on your Facebook wall, check out my morning routine in my day. Or it could be meal prepping. It could be a workout. It could be, your team rock star list. You post them consistent, like right after another, so they're all in your day. And then you can go to your normal page and say, check out my rock stars on my day. You're kind of leading people to that. So again, the more people that see your stuff, the more engagement things that you have, the more people will see it. One last thing I want to mention, this is something we've started in the Lifers group. So if you're triple and above, you can be a part of the It Works Lifers Facebook page. And this is something they've started. We can do this in the Double Diamond page. You can do it on your own team page. But what they've started doing is posting a link to a post that you've made. And it's kind of like a liking ladder, if you know what that is. Back in the day, you post the link to your post, and then that allows other people to like and comment on your post with the goal of increasing engagement. So again, this is something they've started on the Lifers page. You guys can do this in your own team pages, and the goal is to utilize our network here. Obviously, we're not going to be each other's clients, but we can support each other by liking and commenting on our own Facebook stuff, so that way it boosts up and people start to see it more. So if you are interested in doing that on your own team page, talk with your, just start it. You don't have to get permission, just start it. And that can be a cool way to boost the engagement on our posts. So, all right, Barbara Bozer, I would love to hear from you. Do you have the ability to screen share?
Hi, I think I can just change my camera to show what I'm looking at, and then maybe just put it on speaker view or something so that way it's bigger. Hopefully everybody can see it. So I want to share 4 things with you today, 3 on using Facebook search features and 1 on using Facebook events. So I'm going to flip my camera over to my phone here. So in the top little, of your app, it says search. You can type in like hair, skin, and nails. It works. And you can use this to get ideas of what to post, which is great. Like some days you might not know like what to post, or maybe you're looking for an image, maybe you're scrolling for a post that has 30 comments or whatever, and kind of get inspired by that. And then you can also search for people, photos, videos, other stuff. And then another cool thing, if you hit, I just clicked on the posts again, you can search posted by, and then you or me. And then this is going to show my hair, skin, and nails posts, so I can go back at any time and see who commented and then follow up with these people. Okay, so that's one. And then another one is over here on my computer. So this is through messenger.com. And if you are looking up here in this top little where it says search messenger, you can type in a keyword there, like hair. And then all of these suggestions will pop up, but you want to click on this thing that says search messenger. And then it will show you all conversations that you've ever had with anybody that has those keywords in it. So that way you are able to follow up with them. And then the last one I want to show you is on your computer. If you are on your personal page, hold on, I need to put this down on something. You guys can. Hold on. So on your personal page, you are going to click where it says, oh, maybe it's home. No. Oh, here, friends. You guys see that? Friends. And then you're going to go to find friends. And then over here on this side, you can search for like college, university. For example, you can search for like beauty school. Okay, and then you click on beauty school. And then all of these people that come up here are affiliated with that beauty school. So, you'll see a lot of them that you might have mutual friends with. And then what I like to do is I like to click and do open link in new tab, so that way I'll do like 10 of them. And that way I can go up here and click and look at her profile. And then I can see, a little bit about her, and then decide if I am going to add her, send her friend request, send her a message. But some other ideas for using this over here is like, say, there's a one team, one mission happening in, whatever city, say, a city that you don't even have to be in that city. Like you could type in, a city and then open up and look for people in that city. So like you could type in Grand Rapids, okay, and then all of these, oh, I don't know, because I still have beauty school checked. Okay, so now all of these people popped up that lived in Grand Rapids, so I can kind of see like, oh, do I have any mutual friends that are not at Works Distributors? Then I can open up their link and see, and this is somebody that you might be able to send a message to that says like, hey, you popped up in a search for people in Grand Rapids. We are looking for leaders in the area to introduce a new product, blah, 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 whatever, and then just kind of see if you could get an interest there. So that's a little bit of cold messaging if you wanted to do that. And then the last one is on my phone. So like I have phones everywhere right now. Okay, so on events, you can click on your last event, for example. Not finding one. Okay, so this is my last wrap event. And in the events, it's really cool. You can actually message everybody that you invited to the event with one message. So this is a great way to follow up with people. So say you have a party, of course, I'm hoping that this loads so that you can see it. But say you have a party and you want to follow up. Say your party's on Wednesday and maybe Friday you're doing your follow-ups. You can actually send everyone a message that went to your party. You want to make sure you click message separately because you don't want to do a group chat. That'll be a disaster. You click message separately, and then you can pick the people that said they were going. You can pick the people that said, like, if you see how this is broken up, like these are people that were invited and did not RSVP. So you could like send all of these people one message, okay, up in here. Well, first you have to select their names and then go to next, and it'll send just one message to all of these people with a link to the party so they can easily see, what you're talking about. And then you can just write one message. It says like, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you saw this in your notifications because I didn't see you at the party, whatever. And by sending that, these two girls, Bianca and Flavia, will each get a single message with a link to this event that they're going to think that I sent, directly just to them. They won't know that I could have sent it to, I don't know, 50 people or whatever at the same time. So I usually send a different message to the people that attended versus the people that, didn't attend. But yeah, those are my 4 little hacks, Facebook hacks for you tonight. Any questions?
Their mind is blown, Barbara.
Your mind is blown? No way.
My mind is blown. Their mind is blown. Several of them said, whoa, I didn't know that. So one
Yay.
question Jamie has is, do you message the people right after they accept your request? And have you, what is your cold messaging strategy of it?
Well, okay, so I don't normally cold message unless it's like to a specific niche. Like if I'm looking for a hairstylist, okay, I'm going to say like, hey, I saw in your profile that you're a hairstylist. I know this might be random, but I'm looking for people that, would be interested in marketing this product to help grow hair. Okay, and then I'll kind of start the conversation, see if they're interested. And then if they ask what it is, then, I'll send them like a before and after, and I'll say, have you ever seen anything like this before? So in those cases, I feel like it's okay because I'm targeting like a really specific group of people. I'm not just like randomly sending everybody, oh my God, you'd be so good at this. Like you kind of want, I feel like when I get a message from somebody, if they say like, hey, I know you're, savvy in social media, I wanted to see if you would test out this app or whatever. I'll look at it longer than just if someone were to send me a link. You know what I mean? So if you're targeting someone like in a local city to see if they can, attend an ODM, then, just say like, hey, I'm looking for people in this area. I know this is random, but, you popped up in a local search for Grand Rapids. I was just curious if you happen to know anyone that would be looking for a work from home opportunity, and I wish I could say there was like one message that I send, but there isn't. It really just kind of depends on how I feel, what I sent before. It's nothing like, it's similar. They're similar, but they're short and sweet and kind of to the point. And if I can throw in a compliment in there, I will.
Awesome. You can do that when you're traveling. You can do that in your own area. I think of generating leads in Grand Rapids myself. We have a One Team, One Mission in January, and I could start dripping now for growing my network here, even in my own area. So get creative with it. If you're going to a One Team, One Mission, or if you want to go to a One Team, One Mission, let's say Hawaii, we could start generating leads there and start really getting, targeting that area. And that's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Awesome ideas. For those that missed last week's about Instagram, Nikki did record it. And I'll put it on the Action Academy page. If you're not there, we'll put it on the Double Diamond page too, and just make sure you can ask up the chain to make sure that you get it.
Cool. Thank you, Denise, for the time. I gotta
Yes.
run. It's Greg's birthday, so we're going to dinner.
All right.
But,
Well, tell him happy birthday and thanks for sharing you. You blew people's
Yeah.
minds. So.
Oh, awesome. I love blowing minds. And if you have any questions, post it in the Action Academy and I'll come back tomorrow and answer.
Okay. Awesome. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, before we move on, I do want to brag on Barbara really quick because if you could go to her page at some point in the next week and just send her some love, she is going on the first ever Surf and Turf, which is a leadership, an ambassador challenge that they gave to us this past summer. And 14 ambassadors won it. Those 14 got to choose. Do they go in December or November? And I went in November, and Barbara won, and she is going in December. So she's going next week to the first ever Surf and Turf, which is really, really cool. And then we also got invited last night to a Latino launch meeting, which I'll tell you a little bit about. And again, this is something we could probably use these search features to grow our Latino network. If you know anybody who speaks Spanish, what corporate really wants to do is grow our Hispanic market in the States and in the countries we're in right now. And the goal is to create momentum within that market. It's like a niche market that truly is so untouched. And they want to grow it really here. So there is a reason to open in other Hispanic countries. The goal is that within the next 3 years, right, we will be in some other Latino countries. And so we want to grow it here first. And so what they're doing is they're creating Spanish training for the Training Academy, Spanish One Team One Missions, Spanish focus, really. So Spanish, the language, but then also Hispanic culture. They're going to have pictures, and there's like a launch team connected with it. And Barbara is a part of that because unbeknownst to me, she actually does speak Spanish, and she's going to be a part of that team that travels around and does these Hispanic One Team One Missions. So that's really, really cool, and it's really something that we want to take advantage of because those of us that grow teams here locally are going to be the ones that have teams in Mexico, in Spain, in Guatemala, in Brazil. You know what I mean? Like when we launch in other countries, it's because somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. And that's how you grow. So just know, keep your eyes open for those Latinos in your area, Latinas who want to pioneer in this niche market because corporate is putting a ton of resources there right now. So anyway, I just want to brag on Barbara, and she didn't even get to hear it. So go love on her Facebook page and let her know how awesome she is for being chosen to be a part of that. All right, next up we have Nikki Moore. I see you on here, and you have been doing a lot of learning, Miss Nikki, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm really excited to hear what you would like to share with us. I'll unmute you.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, there you go. Got
Sorry,
it.
let me shut the door. I thought, did Alicia already go?
Well, I don't see her on here, so I did text her.
Oh, okay.
And then Nick was going to be on it as well, and he texted today, and he had a funeral tonight that he didn't expect to be at, and so he.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Postpone his tips.
No. They always want something. Okay. Let me. I was just trying to pull up some stuff. Okay, so just a couple really quick things. Let me look at my screen and see what I got here. Let me get it ready for you. Okay. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you if I can. Just let me know here if this works. Okay.
Yay. Good work.
Okay.
Nikki, you're becoming so techie. Good job.
Hardly at all, but can you see my screen? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. So sometimes it fails to launch, you know. So all right, just really, really quick, a couple things that you can do just to kind of like freshen things up. keep your audience more active and be able to engage with them a little bit. One of the things is, to periodically weed out your friends list. I really think I learned, Amber Parker shared a really quick video, and she threw these tips out. So I'm just regurgitating, like a good teacher does. Teachers are very famous for borrowing other people's material. So anyways, she said you should always have your friends max out. I'm at 4919, so I really want to have my friends max out. I'm pretty darn close, right? But I want to clear it out so that I have people that maybe were prospects before, but they're not anymore, or they told me no, or people that just don't bring content to our life, or, sometimes we have prospects and we add them, and then we find out that they just really aren't a good prospect after all. So let me see if this will pull up, if it'll load. So one of the really quick ways to do it, and we did this at our power hour yesterday, was just go through your friends list. So I had to pull one up because I was doing it. So you go to your friends list and you just start scrolling, and you're going to want to scroll until you find these people, these faceless wonders. And she said, typically it's because they've unfriended you, or not unfriended you, but just not interacting with you, or they just don't even, you just wonder. So I just went through really quickly and just unfriended all of those because I don't have to think about it too much. And so I really found a bunch of people, and there were some people that had these, faceless wonders here, and I don't even know how I even became friends with them in the first place. So if you want to double check, you can go take a really quick look at their profile and see. But that's a really easy way for you to figure out, or to unblock or unfriend a bunch of people, to open that up. I'm trying to hurry, so my brain's going fast. The second thing that you can do is you can snooze people. So let's say that you have somebody on your feed, or somebody that you just don't interact with. You can snooze them, or you can unfollow them. Now, she's not in my feed, but I just want to show you really quick. So this was like a girlfriend that I was really, really good friends with in my 20s, and she's moved to Colorado, and we don't really keep in touch. But you can, where are we at? Maybe I have to do it in my feed. See, always learning. Okay, here's an ad that I could take off my feed. There's a DT. My Facebook's really slow, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I'm trying to find somebody that I don't want. I don't need this ad. Forever Nutrition. So I can go ahead and hide the ad. We want to hide all of our ads so it's not competing on our feed. Okay, it's just, I don't even want to say any of that stuff because it's not harassing me. So one of the things that you have as an option in the corner is you could stop seeing her first, okay? I don't know why I see her first anyways. Some of you, I don't know why I don't have it on mine. I don't know if I need to update it, but there's a snooze button. You can snooze people. Denise, I don't know. Have you done this yet? Have you looked on your computer?
No, I haven't. I will, I'll check now. And then I do have some people that I see first, and I'm not friends with them, but I see them first because they're people that I want to kind of quote unquote follow or save their posts, duplicate what they're doing.
Yeah, so if you have a hot prospect, then you can go ahead and see them first so you can interact with them and everything. So you can see what's going on. If you have a new distributor, you might want to see them first for a couple of weeks to see what they're doing, that kind of a thing. But as I'm watching this video, kind of like, I don't even know why I'm seeing her first. But anyway, so I saw her first. But then what you can do is a lot of times we should have the snooze button. And what it does is you can snooze people for 7 days, like 30 days. I think there's a 21-day option. And all it's doing is you're still friends with them. You're just not going to see their stuff in your timeline as much. And so it's going to open up the gates for you to see other people's stuff. So maybe it's a prospect that's not really gotten back to you, but you don't want to unfriend them right away, but you still want to keep them there just in case. Snooze them for 30 days. What this is going to do is it's going to tell Facebook, hey, I'm not really interested in seeing their stuff. I want to kind of take a break from them right now. And it's going to start populating new people into your feed. So your whole feed's going to change, and then it is going to help with the interaction that you have. So I'm just going to hide her post for now and see fewer posts like that. So that is one of the things that you can do. The other thing is I went through and I had to snooze a bunch of people, but are you seeing a bunch of It Works distributors? You know, or if you're just seeing all distributors, this is my downline, so of course I'm going to see her. But if you're seeing just a lot of distributors, then maybe you're going to want to snooze some distributors. Like last night I had seriously like 5 or 6. I want to see what it was. I'll go back and I'll snooze her after I see that. But anyways, you want to just snooze them. But Kay Souter was on there, Melanie McFarlane, just a couple other people that were It Works distributors. And I'm like, I don't have to see their content. They're not helping my business grow. And so I, hide their stuff for a while. Snoozing is nice because you don't have to go back in and unhide it. It will automatically pop back up after that time period. So if you're hiding them, you might want to keep a mental list of that, or actually a paper list, not mental, but a paper list, so that you can go back through and in 30 days you can unhide them if you choose. But that'll really switch up your algorithm. And then the other thing is that she talked about doing was going to your chat. Why it's in here sometimes for me and sometimes it's not. I don't know why. But down here, you should have a little chat, or you can have your chat, your people here are active. If they're a prospect, you can go in and interact with them. So this kind of gives you a list of people that are on here right now that you can go ahead and you can, I wonder if my chat will pop up. Nope. But anyways, you can go through, and these people are active on Facebook, and so you can go in and interact on their posts. You can like, comment, interact, that type of thing. And then of course is going to bring you a little bit more to the forefront of their attention, and vice versa. Facebook is going to pull up those things that they think that you want to see, those people that you interact with most. So yeah, so I think that is it. So snoozing people, removing people that are not really necessary on your friend list, and then just going in and interacting and chatting with those people that are actually active right now and getting that engagement going. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. So yes, cleaning out your friends list, going through, and because you guys, at the end of the day, if we're saying the same thing to the same people and we're not getting results, we got to do something different. So we need to either change what we're saying, or we got to change the people. And changing the people who we're friends with, adding more friends like Barbara talked about, kind of clearing out what we see and re-engaging our algorithm is something that will help everyone down the line. So awesome. Nikki, thank you I didn't watch that video, so thank you very much.
Hey, and you know what Angela just said on my team? She thinks you can only snooze from your phone.
Okay.
And so that makes sense, because when she was showing us a video, then she was doing it on her phone, and I've been trying to show people on my computer. So that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on my phone, and I'll just post in the chat. But Angela is probably right.
It's Facebook is always doing something.
Yeah.
And we just cannot be the old grandmas who never, like people who still have 80s hair. We have to always be learning and willing to learn. So I have not heard of this snooze button either, but I'm grateful to learn it. All right. Well, next up is Miss Alicia. Alicia, I have to brag on her a bit. She has been doing the keto diet with her husband Aaron for the past few weeks, seeing results. And today at church, people came up and said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? And you guys, that's why we use the products, is because we want people to say, oh my gosh, you have so much energy. Oh my gosh, you look awesome, or this, this is happening. You want to have that personal story about the products. And she's had people come up to her now and said, oh my gosh, girl, you look awesome. So congratulations, Alicia. I know you missed some of what we've talked about, but why don't you unmute yourself? And if you are repeating some things, it's probably good for us to hear it again. But Nikki talked about kind of clearing out friends and engaging new ones, like plan of changing up your algorithm. Barbara Bozer talked about getting new friends and searching and adding to your network that way. And then I talked about using the Facebook algorithm, or using the new features in order to get Facebook to like us. All right, so Alicia, what do you got for us today?
Maybe I need to go. I'm going to go back and listen to this recording. So it sounds like some really good stuff. But we had a Thanksgiving celebration at our church tonight, so I was running a little late. And yes, 2 pastors actually approached us tonight and said, okay, and this was at separate occasions. They weren't, ganging up on us at the same time. And they both came up to Aaron and I and said, okay, what's going on? How are you losing the weight? And I love it because one of the pastor's wives is very much in another direct sell company. So he said, send me whatever it is because I'm totally interested. We've traveled on mission trips with both of these pastors in many different countries around the world, so it's been pretty neat. And I will say it is mostly Aaron. Aaron today, as of today, is down 23 pounds with keto, and not even hardcore keto. He has an occasional cheat, but the coffee in the morning and pretty much keto throughout the day and intermittent fasting, he is just like shrinking away. So I'm super proud of him and what it's doing for his health and what I see for his energy levels. As of today, I'm down 9 pounds, so that's pretty exciting too. And we officially started October 1st. So if you are looking for a new way to get some attention, maybe this is a way to do that and have people approach you. So if you haven't tried it yet, really go for it and get involved in Keto Group. So for Facebook, for me today, my only 2 tips that I really feel like I could share is, one, we need to clean up old posts. Facebook and Instagram. Go and scroll your last 9 through 12 posts. And I want you to realize that Facebook and Instagram need to be monitored like billboards on the highway. Now, think about it when you're traveling down the highway tomorrow. What billboards catch your eyes, and which ones do you just drive past and don't pay any attention to? Which billboards do you drive past that make you want to take action on whatever they're advertising or whatever they're sharing? I've worked in marketing and advertising for years and years and years, and I want you guys to know that an average billboard starts at about $800 a month, but in larger metropolitan cities, people are paying upwards of $8,000 to $10,000 a month for a billboard on the side of the road that they're just hoping gains someone's attention. Plus then taking the action step of maybe calling or going to that website or to researching. And do you know that the average billboard read time is 6 seconds? They sell those billboards based on a read time of 6 seconds. So essentially, if you will think about your Instagram and you'll think about your Facebook post as a billboard, because what people are doing is this right here. They're scrolling, and it's what you're offering engaging enough, exciting enough, and compelling enough for them to stop, number 1, and read it and get the information, and number 2, to take action to contact you or further investigate whatever you're sharing. So you need to really dig into your content a little bit and then also clean it up. If you'll go back and let's go back 12 posts, and if you've got a post that got 0 likes, 0 engagement, nobody commented on it, delete it. Take it off. Take it away. Okay, especially on Instagram, because people really scroll back down through all of that. If you have a post that has, 1 to 10% of your likes of the people that you're following, that's a good solid post, okay? And sometimes if you have a post that just really accelerates and you get a lot of action on or a lot of activity on, in about 3 days, repost it. Use the exact same post, exact same photos, exact same wordage, but just do it at a different time of day because you might gain a different audience of people that will be online at that particular time. Repost it again and it might bring it up. Now, I will tell you that anything that says 50% off or any of your old ads that you ran for the last 4 days, those definitely need to go away. Now, I know that some of us got some really good engagement on that, and it's probably driving our numbers a little bit, but you don't want to upset anyone or to get them discouraged or say, I'm going to wait till the next sale to make that purchase. So we really, really need to clean up that social media and all of those posts and all of the information. Now, if it's a good post and there's no, nothing on the image that says 50% off, you can go in and edit and change the wording in your verbiage that you keep the engagement there, but be sure that you take away that 50% sale on there. The only other tip that I'll have for you tonight is tagging. Are you tagging people in your post on Instagram and Facebook? Is that you, Denise? Okay, no. Are you tagging your spouse? Are you tagging your kids if they're on social media? Are you tagging your mom, your dad, your friends? Do something that's engaging, whether it be with the products or with activities in your house. I mean, if you and your husband have a great afternoon outing with the kids, tag him in the picture, tag him in the post, because your husband has other engagement or your spouse has other people that he's connected to that you might not necessarily be engaged with. If you're involved in a group or an activity, I've been doing a lot with Samaritan's Purse and Operation Christmas Child recently. And so every activity I've been able to tag different people in those photos. And guess what? That drives my other content to those people as well. So be sure that you're bringing other people in with content that relates to them, but then your other content will be pushed out to them as well. So it's just a really beneficial thing to be sure that you do at least 1 to 2 posts a day on Instagram or Facebook where you tag other people that are in that photo, because that drives your algorithm, it drives your numbers, and it brings other people to your page. So, have you talked about juicing or like letters, Denise?
I mentioned the like ladders. You can talk about it because I did it at the beginning, so there may be new people on.
Okay, well, just a quick overview. If you see someone on your team with a post and it's not getting much engagement, at least like it, comment on it, encourage it, pretend like you're a customer and say, oh, this product is great, I love it. Give it some love. Be careful not to have your whole news feed, I'm sure you've covered this, all just It Works distributors, because guys, they're not going to buy anything from you. They're already in the company, So, but sharing some love and getting, a like for a like and love for love and comment for comment, that's a great way to drive your numbers up. So be sure that you're juicing your team and asking for the love back or liking and loving their stuff too. And really, really be engaged in getting in other groups and other networks. Denise and I had a long talk about this yesterday and how, last year I poured myself into the gym and meeting and networking, and I really built a great team at our local gym. Well, I've kind of used up all those leads. Not a whole lot of new people are joining the gym. I know them all already. And so now finding another group to network and get engaged with. So many of you have local chamber of commerce or women's group or Mother Morning Out. Get involved in those groups or get involved in groups that you can associate with. I mean, Nikki is in adoption groups, okay? There is no reason for this girl right here to ever be in an adoption group, okay? Nobody's going to relate to me in that group, and I'm not going to relate to them. You know, for me, it's better to be in a group of lymphoma survivors. You know, it's better to be engaged in groups that you have something in common with other people. They relate to you, you relate to them, and you can connect. They're going to follow you, and you're going to engage with them and gain influence that way. If you and you know, if I were to join a NASCAR group, everybody's going to see right through me really quickly that yes, she lives in North Carolina, but she has no idea anything about a race car, you know, and they're going to just really say she's just in this group to sell product. And that would be the only reason I would be in a NASCAR group. So know that you need to be in groups, in little, I guess, niche pages that you feel like you can relate to. And all of you have a story. You know, I was talking to a mom the other day who had lost a child. I said, I bet there are groups out there for guys that are in families that have lost children. I bet there's groups out there for gospel singers. I bet there's groups out there for, you know, volunteer missionaries. I bet there's groups out there for blonde, curly-haired blonde, you know, moms. You know, there's a group for everybody. Just find your niche and get in there and engage and post and comment and then gain the influence of that group. And then you're going to find the friends and the networking, and they're going to follow you and want to know what you're doing.
There is even groups for red hair. There's red hair groups, and I join them, and I'm very proud of my boys who both have red hair. I love it. It's true. So one thing I want to add to what Alicia mentioned is that talking to your customers and asking them if two things. Number one, if they can send you feedback on the products they're using, you take a screenshot of it, and you can use an app called WordSwag where you can like post their comment or I love my greens or this happened. You can do a cool picture. And why would red hair groups be risky, Misty? My two boys have red hair, and they would be great customers and distributors. So you would want to ask your distributor or your customers to send you feedback, and then you can screenshot it. You can put it on a picture. We can do maybe an app Zoom at some point too. Use WordSwag. You can overlay it and make it little like lighter so it looks overlaid. Anyway, and then you can post referrals and tag your customer. You also can have them do a post specifically for you and tag you. And again, you're getting in front of their contacts. So an example of that would be a customer that just says, I don't know if you guys have tried It Works Greens yet, but my energy is through the roof. Contact Denise if you want some. Or I would take my, her feedback, post it myself, and tag her. But sometimes coming from the other person is really powerful, and it's just that third-party credibility, and it gets you in front of their market who's already warm to them. If I post it, it's third-party credibility to my market, but it's not necessarily giving me new people. So ask your customers, your party hosts, your people if they can post and tag you and give you feedback, and you never know what can come out of that. So
that on the Power Hour, about 3 weeks ago, we just asked 3 people to give a product testimony on their page and tag you in it. And the response was phenomenal. So many people got increased engagement, and one girl signed a distributor, I think, just like that while we were on the Power Hour from it. And we had a lot of people add loyal customers. So that third party is really good. I'll tell you something else. You had Jody Gravely on, I think, or Barb Bozer had Jody Gravely on last week, and I don't know if she shared this or not, but Jody just competed in a bodybuilding contest or a, what's it called, Denise? Figure bikini something.
Bikini. Mm-hmm.
Not my world. But anyway, I know she used the Wraps Defining Gel and a thing called a Fascia Blaster. I believe it's called it's some kind of stick with things on it. So someone asked her about that in a post that she made all in the Fascia Blaster group. She got 700 friend requests that day. 700 friend requests that day to how to use the wraps in combination with the Fashion Blaster. I mean, it was phenomenal. And, you know, she didn't do anything. She didn't advertise or put a post in the page. She just talked about her success and the products that she used, and it just blew up on her. So it was phenomenal.
Awesome. That's an awesome tip. Awesome tip. So what I'd love you guys to do, who are all listening, either live or on the recording, is we talked about a lot of things today. We talked about using the Facebook features, using live consistently, using your day consistently, and using GIFs and other things, you know, that Facebook ads consistently. Like, use the new features because they like those the best. So use new features. We talked about adding new people to your network by searching, and you can do by location, you can do by interest. We talked about cleaning out the old and redoing your algorithm by changing who you see, getting rid of some of the old people that aren't really that interested, or maybe don't even have Facebook anymore, and being intentional about that. We talked about joining new groups, networking, tagging people, your friends, your family, and again, asking your customers to tag you on their posts as well. So we talked about a lot. And what I know is that if it doesn't get on your calendar, to be honest, it probably won't even happen. So what I'd love for you to do is think about your day tomorrow. Think about your day tomorrow. Pick one or two things that really stood out to you in this call, and choose to put them in your schedule for tomorrow. I know if I don't have an hour blocked off for follow-up, and I'm not intentional about following up with the people I'm talking to about keto coffee, it's so easy for me not to do it. And so it's easy to do it, you guys. It's also easy not to do it. So we have to be intentional and put it in our calendar. I'm committing to doing my morning routine on my day, and then connecting it to my Facebook page and maybe even Instagram, and doing some day videos and some day pictures all in a row, and working that aspect. But maybe you need to go live. Maybe you need to talk to a few customers and ask them to tag you. Commit to something that you can do tomorrow, and then report back either on this chat right now or in the Action Academy. That's where we're going to be as a team posting some collective information, and it's just another place for us to all chat since we're all on different team pages. Last but not least, I want to talk to you about our team's schedule. It is Thanksgiving week here in the States, so enjoy the next few days with your family. Don't forget to pass Fat Fighter around the table. Take your greens in front of your family. When people see you using the products, it up-levels your integrity with them. You know, it's one of those things. I remember Cammie would invite us to dinner, and she would use the products in front of us, and I would think, oh, if she uses them, it must be good. Andy Boyd talks about the fact that when I was pregnant with Owen, he saw me drink the greens, and he was like, oh, if she's taking the greens, it must be good. And so when we use the products around our family and friends, it's just another way for them to see it. So pass that fighter around, use a wrap, do a girls' night, do facials with each other, take pictures, have tons of fun, and know that I'll be going live on my Facebook Live on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern with a few rock star leaders. Right now I have Jackie and Barbara Bozer who are going to be on, and we're doing the webinar format, which is kind of cool because it's really just like a panel of us talking, and it's pretty good quality. And that's going to be talking about Christmas cash. So again, we want to end the month strong with distributor enrollment, and we're going to talk about Christmas cash on Sunday. So if anybody that wants to hear that, or if you want to hear how we talk about it, please feel free to plug into that Zoom. We will have power hours again Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then right now we have Barbara Bozer's One Team, One Mission every Thursday night, and I believe that's at 8 p.m. So Eastern time, all on this Zoom room. Barbara Bozer's One Team, One Mission is a different Zoom number, but you guys should be having those pictures. So, so please plug into what we've got offered. We're doing this because we know that One Team, One Mission, we are better together, and you're just learning from a lot of awesome leaders. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will not have something this Thursday, but we'll start again next Sunday, and keep ending the month strong. So thank you guys so much. Have an awesome, awesome night. Bye.